Hello, I'm Cole Baker. Welcome to this Inspire for Academic Earns tutorial on reviewing barriers. Sign in to your Inspire system. F11 to expand the screen. Here we are with Review Barriers card. This follows on immediately from Converting Barriers, which was the last tutorial that we did. Click the button. Okay, the system is, Inspire is now asking you to review your newly converted barriers. Here are the barriers we recently converted. They all start with I need. Incidentally, all barriers are success measured by Inspire. Clearly we haven't worked on any of these, so these are all displayed as new. This side of the screen, because this is the first cycle, we haven't worked on any barriers, so there aren't any displayed here. But in future cycles of the self-coaching cycle, you will have displayed here all of your current barriers. Okay, so you're basically comparing the new barriers with your current barriers. There are two decisions to make here, hence two columns, two sets of tick boxes. The first is DUP, which is duplicate. What the system's asking you is, have you got a duplicated barrier, one that is the same as an existing barrier or one of your other barriers? If you tick this duplication box, then the system will throw away that particular barrier. Always be very careful when thinking that a barrier is duplicated, in other words you're already working on it, because sometimes, or you will never, I've certainly never come across anybody actually writing the same barrier in exactly the same way. So they'll be written subtly differently, and it's worth stopping and really considering: are you asking something different from what you consider to be a duplicated barrier? In other words, they're not quite the same. So always be careful that you're not saying something is duplicated when in fact it isn't, because the wording is different enough. And on this side you will also have the duplication column, so you can just choose which ones you want to take off the system. The second column is dependent. Sometimes, very rarely, one barrier needs to be achieved before another barrier can be done. In other words, like a sequence. If that is the case, then you can hold some barriers back by ticking the DEP, or the dependent box. By ticking one of these, it will hold the barrier back, and the next time you come to this review screen on the next cycle, then you will have the opportunity, it will obviously come back at this point, and you'll have the opportunity to make it dependent again, or leave it that time to be worked on during the next cycle. So it does come back, but for the cycle you're just about to complete, it will basically remove it and say you're not going to work on it. The most important thing I'd like to say here is that if you can at all resist it, do not tick any of the boxes. Really, this is here if you really have to take one off because it's duplicated, or make one dependent. So my advice is, do not tick any of the boxes if you can resist it at all. Okay, that's it. Click the green button. You'll see that the card has now moved on to set actions, and in the cycle it's now moved to set actions. It skipped out challenge report because this is the first cycle. In future cycles it will go through the report before you get to set actions. Thank you very much for watching, and the next video will be on setting actions.